Hello and welcome to another small business idea. Today we are going to simulate a food cart, and this food cart is very special because it is going to be coconut milkshake food cart. This business is proven to be profitable, and in Bangkok and in Thailand there's so many places all over that are selling coconut milkshake. You don't have to sell anything else other than coconut milkshake. This is like your lemonade, a new kind of lemonade. But coconut, who doesn't love coconut? And you make it into a milkshake, perfect. So let's take a look at what we will need if we have to set up a food cart. So here, everything that I need is right here. So you can simulate exactly what you will need to set up this kind of business. Before we start, we are going to make a milkshake, which is not the same as a smoothie or a frappe. A milkshake normally has ice cream in it, but in this case, we are going to make the ice cream in our milkshake, and all we need is milk and coconut. So let's take a look at the equipment that we will be needing. So you need a blender. If you are going to make this into a business, you can start with a small, low-powered blender, but once you have a lot of customers and you have about 100 cups or 100 customers a day, I would suggest that you invest in a heavy-duty blender. A heavy-duty blender always works best, because if you buy a cheaper one, then what happens is that it doesn't last very long, and then you have to change your blender. You need an ice box to put your ice. In this case, we are not going to use a refrigerator. Everything is just exactly as you see it. And if possible, get some of these ladle, which is 2 ounces or 60 ml capacity. So this is a 60 ml ladle, and the same here. I'm going to use this so that if you have a queue outside your door, it will be fast when you make your drink. In this video clip, I'm going to show you 2 different ways of serving your coconut milkshake. One is in a 16-ounce cup, and the other is bottled coconut milkshake. Milkshake, you don't usually bottle it, you just put it in a glass or in a cup, but in this day and age, there's a demand for bottled drinks. So we are going to try and bottle our coconut milkshake as well. So you have 2 options of serving your milkshake. So what else do we need here? Just a few jars and jugs here, and that's really all you need. If you are going to bottle it, you probably need a funnel as well. And now let's look at the ingredients. For the ingredients, I'm going to use fresh coconut. So this is more like premium coconut milkshake. It's just delicious, refreshing, creamy, and everything that you would need or you would love to have in a milkshake. So fresh coconut. What I have here is, I would say, large size coconut. And what I can get out of this is I can get about 1 cup of coconut water. So 1 coconut gave me 1 cup of coconut water. Now, you also need coconut syrup. Coconut syrup, this one that I have here, is homemade. Let's take a quick look on how to make homemade coconut syrup. Combine plain water, coconut water, and bring to a boil. Add the sugar, allow the sugar to dissolve, and let it cool down. A full video tutorial on how to make homemade coconut syrup for home and business is also available on this channel, so be sure to check it out. So the syrup out of the way, what else do we need? Because this is a milkshake, we would need milk. And for the milk, cost effective, I use evaporated milk and condensed milk. Condensed milk will make your drink taste like ice cream, so do not skimp on this one. If you have to make a lot of drinks or a lot of cups in a day, I would suggest that you combine your condensed milk and evaporated milk into one. So what I have here is a half and half, which is half condensed milk and half evaporated milk. You may choose to combine them, or you may choose to just pour them from each of the cans as you make your drinks. So just to make it faster, I combine them. And of course, we are going to make use of our coconut meat. Now, this coconut meat is from 2 large coconuts, and I figured I can make about 4 cups of coconut milkshake with 2 coconuts. So 1 coconut can make up to 2 cups of 500 milliliters or 16 ounces milkshakes. So at the end of this video clip, I'm going to give you an estimate of the costing and how much you should be selling these drinks, so that you can make a margin and that you can earn money from home and from selling these delicious drinks. So because I have two different syrups here and I would like to give it a little bit of a pandan taste, I'm going to mix my coconut syrup with my pandan syrup. So I'm going to make it about half and half pandan, half coconut. This is entirely optional. When you make your coconut syrup, you can put pandan in it as you boil it and make your syrup, but in this case I have them separate, so I'm just going to combine the two. Just a short video clip on how to make the pandan syrup. Boil water with a few stalks of pandan leaves. Simmer for a few minutes. Add the sugar. Allow the sugar to dissolve. Infuse the pandan leaves in the syrup whilst it cools down. Now I have my pandan and coconut syrup and I'm going to combine the two. So that's basically half coconut and half pandan syrup. So I have it here in one jug so that when I use this and I pour this into my drink or mix it with my drinks, I just had to get it from one jug. Okay, so I'm just going to mix them and I'm going to use this ladle to scoop up my syrup later. I'm going to start with showing you the proportion for one 16-ounce cup. 1 scoop, which is 2 ounces or 60 milliliters of my coconut milk or coconut water, and then I am going to add 1/2 scoop or about 1 ounce of my coconut and pandan syrup. So there you go, that's 1 ounce. And then I'm going to add 2 ounces of my half and half, which is condensed milk and evaporated milk. So it is 2-to-1 proportion. There you go. So 1 cup of ice plus a little bit. And then finally add your coconut meat. So the coconut meat, I have a scoop here, which is similar to a tapioca pearl scoop. I'm just going to put about 1 scoop or about 50 grams of my coconut meat into the blender. And that's all you need to make your 1 cup of 16 ounces coconut milkshake. So pop this into the blender. So 1 down, this is a 16-ounce coconut milkshake. Absolutely delicious. It's so refreshing and it tastes like ice cream. So what we did is to make ice cream out of our milkshake instead of putting ice cream into the milkshake. So this is a budget but kind of premium coconut milkshake that you should be able to sell and customers will keep coming back. What we're going to do next is to make a batch. So if you have like about 2-3 customers waiting in line and you have to make 3 cups in one go, so this is what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to use the same proportion, which is for the sugar syrup, it is 1 ounce per cup. So I'm going to now use 3 ounces or 90 ml, good for 3 cups. So this is 2, and then 1 ounce more. Per cup is 2 ounces or 60 ml of our coconut water. So I am going to put 3 60 ml, which is 180 milliliters of my coconut water. If you have a larger cup, you can simply scoop it up, okay? Because you have to remember that this is a food cart and people might be queuing up. And I've seen them queue up for coconut milkshake here. So really, this is a good business to start with if you're looking for something to do, especially during this time, okay? So there is your coconut water in there and your syrup. And next we are going to put our milk syrup. And for 1 cup is 2 ounces. So we need 3 of these 2 ounces. 1, 2, 3. And because we said that we need 1 scoop of our coconut meat per cup, I'm going to put 3 scoops. So that's 1, 2, and 3. For the ice, I'm going to use this cup as a measurement, so I'm going to use 3 of these. I am using ice cubes here, but I would recommend using crushed ice if they are available in your area. Crushed ice would work well for milkshakes and would be easier to blend. Okay, so there you go, good for 3 cups. Now, if you don't have a heavy-duty blender, do not attempt this, okay? It might not work. So there you go, good for 3 cups. Pop this into the blender and we are ready to blend. So this is the texture that I'm looking for. It's very smooth and creamy, and yet it is icy because we'd really like it to be cold and refreshing. Okay? So we're going to start with filling up our 16-ounce glass. Okay? So that is 2 cups of 16 ounces, and now we're going to put it in our 500 milliliters or 16 ounces bottle. I'm going to try and bottle this, but really you don't bottle a blended drink, because by the time it gets to your customer it will also be melted. It's going to be just like a regular juice, but I got a request to put this in bottles, so I'm going to give it a try. Probably have to take a long time to do this. But it is kind of working. You can see that it's pouring down nicely into my bottle. You just have to do it really, really slowly. And then it's like a, slow pour over. Now, if you bottle this way, you will have definitely a long queue because it takes a long time to bottle it. Made 500 milliliters. I'm warning you, it is not easy to bottle blended drink, but if you'd really like to go this way, then yes, it is possible. Okay, so maybe you can bottle it and then put them in the cooler, and then you can just distribute them or sell them, and they can be grab and go. Okay, so I'm going to finish this one for the next, or for the second bottle, because I'm supposed to be making 4 out of the ingredients that I had today. So let's finish it with this bottle. So we finally finished bottling 2 bottles of 500 milliliters for our coconut milkshake. They do look really good. I wouldn't mind having one of these, and I think that what you can do with this is you can take it home and maybe give it to your family. You just buy them and then you take it home, and you can drink it at home at your own leisure. The proportion for the cup and the bottles are the same because the sizes of this are the same. Okay, so what are the learnings here? If you bottle your coconut milkshake, it's not easy to put it into the bottle because it is very thick and concentrated and a little bit icy. So just bear that in mind. It is looking very good, I must say. You put your sticky label here, your logo, and then you keep it refrigerated, and the value is already added. And you can sell this for at least, I would say, a minimum of here in Thailand, maybe about 50 baht. In the Philippines, you could sell it for, if you'd like to sell it as fast as you can, then don't put too much margin on it unless you have to rent a place and all those other overhead that you have to pay. Now, for the costing, you have to consider the cost of your ingredients, the cost of your cup, the ice, the straw, and in this case, the cost of the bottle. My costing estimated is about 20 baht for 1 cup and bottle, about the same cost. And if I sell it for, say, about 40 baht, which is double, then I make 20 baht per cup, and if I sell 50, I make 1,000 baht a day, which is a good margin. If you're just staying at home and you are trying to make a small business from home, then this is a very good idea. Coconut, very popular with everyone, and if you make it in the same recipe which I showed you today, guaranteed to sell. It is absolutely refreshing, delicious, and very coconutty. And I can have 2 or 3 of these a day. Let's hope your customers would like to have 2 or 3 as well. And then you are made. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below for more of these video tutorials. Also, check out my books, All Things Milk Tea and The Basic Barista. Details on how to order in the description box below. I'll see you again next time. Take care, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.